Okay, hi, I'm Sarah.
I'm Tali.
And welcome to our blog.
We're going on Shnat next year with Hubba Named Draw, so we decided to keep a blog so you guys can stay in touch and see what we're getting up to.
Okay, so we'll try and keep you up to date as much as possible, but at least once a month. So you guys can keep in touch as much as you want and follow us.
You can leave comments as well and we can reply to them when we read them.
So we've put a Venn diagram in at the bottom of the post so that you can see a brief overview of who we are. But to get to know us better, we thought we'd first have a bit of an interview and tell you a bit more about ourselves by asking questions.
Okay, Sarah, why do you want to go on Shnat?
I think it's a really good opportunity to grow as a person, but also to learn a lot about the Jewish culture and Israeli culture. And I think the idea of coming back and leading at Hobo is a really cool way to get involved in the Jewish community.
Legit.
Yeah, Tali, how do you feel about this?
I pretty much have similar reasons as you do, Sarah. For me, Shnat has always been something that I've kind of known was going to happen in the future since I started Harbo, but now it's starting to become real. It's kind of freaking me out, but I know that I just can't wait to get to Israel and live it up.
And what do you think you'll gain from it?
I think that I will gain a lot of leadership experience, which is what I really want to go there for, so I can come back and be an awesome leader in Harbo, or at least a good one. I also really want to come back speaking Hebrew and knowing a bit more about Israeli culture.
So being able to speak Hebrew would be really cool as well, I think. But also I think the volunteering section will be a really good taste of real life, like the future and all that, so that'll be awesome.
Yeah, and also I think we're both really looking forward to having some time living away from home and a bit of independence. But Sarah, what are your plans for when you come back?
So I'm planning on doing a 3-year primary teaching degree. I don't know how many people actually think that that's a good idea, but my eventual plan is to go on and do master's studies in rabbinics. So it's a bit of a short-term plan to do the primary teaching, but I think it'll be a bit of fun and also a short-term career to earn some money towards the master's part.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, what about you, Tali?
When I come back from Shnat, I'm going to move to Wellington, and I want to study English and philosophy at Victoria Uni. So I also want to be a teacher when I grow up. My plan is to be a secondary school teacher teaching English literature.
How long have you been part of Hubbo for?
I've been in Hubbo since I was 7 years old. My first camp was summer 2003. And apparently, well, of course I don't remember this, but when I was 18 months old, my parents were camp parents, and they took me along to camp, so I guess you could say that was my first Hubbo experience. What about you?
So I actually I've been to 2 summer camps so far, so 2 years ago, I guess. I really didn't like it when I was little, actually. I went to one Hubbo Sunday after school program, and I was so shy, and everyone was doing everything, and I didn't know anyone, and I really didn't like it, and I haven't been back for ages. But then there was this hike across the Tongariro crossing.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Good times.
And so I knew Tali and Jared and things, so I went because of that, pretty much. Things, yeah. You know. And it kind of blossomed from there, I guess.
It's blossomed into something beautiful.
Tali, what are you most excited about?
I am most excited about meeting lots of new people, and I'm really, really excited about all the parties, dancing the night away, going to explore the whole of Israel. I'm excited to do hikes. I'm also excited to go to Poland because I went with Marcha Living like you did, and I just think this will be a totally awesome new experience. And I'm also really excited to learn Hebrew. That is probably something that I've always wanted to do. I want to be able to come back and just be like, something in Hebrew, shalom. So yeah, what are you most excited about?
Before I answer, just a quick question. Do you reckon March of the Living inspired you to go, or further inspired you to go in Shnat?
Definitely, especially because my March of the Living group had a bit of a delayed Israel experience because of a wee volcano that disrupted us getting there. So I only had a few days in Israel, and I really, really, really want to go back and have, a more full, proper experience. What about you? Do you reckon March of the Living had an impact on your desire?
Absolutely. I was considering it beforehand, but afterwards I was like, no, there's no way that I can't go. I have to go back again. But I think, as a result, it's probably made me look at it from quite a different view, because I think March of the Living, it's quite structured, and there's a very definite aim. They want you to see Poland as being bad. They want you to see Israel as being good and happy and the answer to all our problems. So I think I probably have quite an idealistic view of Israel as well that will be shattered, but, it's all part of the experience, and I think it'll add to it, for sure.
So, Sarah, I know Shnat is very exciting, but you must be worried about something.
Oh god, don't even get me started. No, it seems really silly, but I think going on Shnat's probably like the most irrational thing I've ever chosen to do because I can't afford to go on it at all. Like financially, I'm so screwed as a result of this. Finances pretty big concern. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. But what I'm most scared of is being really homesick because I'm gonna miss my friends a lot, my school friends here. They are amazing people, and I don't know how I'm gonna do a year without them. But you know what? There are new people out there to meet, and I gotta say, all the excitement kind of outweighs the worrying. So I just can't wait to get on that plane.
Well, I don't think we'd be getting on that plane if we weren't thinking that it'd be worth it. So,
yeah.
You know?
Legit point, Sarah. Legit point. Sarah, why don't you introduce to our wonderful viewers the other people going on Shnat with us in our fantastic New Zealand Kwutsa. Kwutsa Nemala. Who is in it? Ta-da! Nemala.
We've got Ella from Wanganui, and then everyone else is from Wellington. Guy, Ziva, Eve, and Sapir. Yeah, so it'll be a pretty cool crowd. I'm a little disappointed that everyone else is going back to Wellington or Christchurch afterwards, but you get to go down there with everyone.
Sarah is the only one of us who is going to be left in Auckland when we finish Shnat, so running the Ken, Sarah.
We'll tell you a bit about our Jewish upbringing. So I was pretty much raised in Beth Shalom right from the get-go. I moved to New Zealand when I was 4.5, and then we pretty much went to Beth Shalom straight away. I went all the way through Hebrew school and then tutored afterwards, and I still teach there. I lead quite a lot of services nowadays, belong to Hubbo, and I really like it. I know a lot of people there, and it's good. Tali.
Well, I was born in Wellington, so I was in Temple Sinai when I was a wee toddler, and when I was, I think, 5, we moved to Auckland, and then I became a member of Beth Shalom, so I've also gone through the Hebrew school and done a bit of tutoring there, and been in Hubbo, pretty much same kind of thing as Sarah, really. So we both had like a pretty legit upbringing.
So Tali, you've also been to 2 Jewish schools as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been to Mariah College in Wellington. I went to the kindergarten there and I had year 1, and then I've been to Kadima College in Auckland. So I've had some Jewish schooling. So Sarah, what does being Jewish mean to you?
It's a really important part of my life, and something I think I'll always see myself being part of, and always value a lot. So yeah.
Sweet.
Tali, what about for you?
Well, for me, being Jewish is something that's kind of always been there, like growing up celebrating all the festivals, bit of a lucka here and there. Yeah, and Hubbo has kind of been the strongest part of my Judaism for me. That's where I feel like I really connect to the whole religion, the spirituality, the pillars of Hubbo, all that kind of thing. All comes together. And I guess that's why I'm going on Shnat, really. So what do you reckon the hardest bit about coming back to New Zealand will be?
I think being a whole year behind everyone's going to be a bit of a bummer, but also just leaving Israel and leaving that whole lifestyle behind will be really hard, I think. And leaving being like in an all Jewish environment and having fun all the time.
Yeah.
That'll kind of suck, but you know.
Yeah.
Tali.
I'm kind of worried about coming back, having to move to Wellington. It'll be weird, you know, I would have lived out of home for a year, but the fact that I'll be in a completely different city and never living with my parents again, that's still kind of sinking in.
What do your parents think of you going on Shnat, Tali?
My parents are really nervous about me going on Shnat. I think they're worried about me, as a parent should be, but I also think that they're going to be glad to have me out of the house and kind of maybe realise how much they appreciate having me around.
Yeah, maybe.
I wish. What about you? What do your parents think?
I think very mixed reactions as well. This assumption that parents will just automatically be like, bye, we'll see you for 10 months, like, go away for 10 months, spend 30 grand, it's all good. Like, it definitely doesn't exist. I think throughout this year I've had very mixed reactions from my parents. But they're letting me go, so that's a positive sign.
So that's all from us at the moment. Keep checking our blog because we're going to be updating at least every month together and like a video blog kind of thing. And we'll try to have a new post from us, like one of us every week, because we have 2 separate accounts we can update the blog from, so you can see who's talking when.
Yeah. And I hope some people will follow us because we'd really like to keep in contact with everyone else. So, yeah.
Leave us comments.
Yeah, so bye for now.
See you and thanks for watching. You'll hear from us soon.
Yay, bye.